Inside my hoodie, inside my hoodie, inside my hoodie, I'm hoodie, I'm hoodie.
Yo, yo. All right, that's off. How are we doing? It's been a crazy day, right? No, not really. It's actually been chill. Oh, I haven't done anything. I went to the store, bought myself my yearly bottles of Coca-Cola in the bottles because they're the best. So yeah, I didn't even drive downtown to long ago. That's where there's supposed to be Christmas lights and stuff, but your boy didn't feel like it, so. But hello, stars. How are we doing? How are we? How are we? I like that. The Six of Wands. Check it out. It's kind of triumphant because it's been, you know how sometimes I'll say it's been a motherfucker of a few days? We're there again. You know, perhaps if you're anything like me, and I believe a lot of you are, we feel deeply, we love deeper, we're misunderstood a lot. We really do want the best, and we can take the hits. And I definitely took some hits recently. Yo, and it hurt. It's been like a week, and it sucks. And no, it's been 5 days or so. I don't know. But it's like with every tarot thing, they give advice. They say, use your intuition. And you do, and we do. But we also don't see certain things coming. And when they show up in a different way, it's off-putting or it's confusing. But that's the point. That's what I had to learn. The uncomfortable, the wanting to fix everything, the over texting, over correcting, that's been my cycle forever, you know? I feel deeply, I feel intuitively, and I trust it. I don't realize all the time that other people don't. And so what we consider clarity, we bring it to them, it's enough to make them recoil. And GD, does it suck? I have one of the conversations recorded, but I would never release it in a million years. No way. But that person definitely stuck a knife in my heart. And then I knew they didn't mean it. Like, I know that intuitively. It was venom. It was in the moment, blah, blah, blah. But it's like this person you've known almost a year, and you've never seen that side of them. And then suddenly you can't unsee it. And the only thing we can do to keep our honor to keep our dignity in theirs is to honor what they say, whether you know they mean it or not. So goodbye, like goodbye. I wanted and still do want the best for you. Sorry, these timelines don't match up. Kind of shit. And that stings because I gotta fix things. I want to heal. I want to be a light, and it's not for me to fix. So sitting with that ache, which is what it is. It's an ache. You miss somebody, You regret things went a certain way. But sitting with it and not acting on it is the key, because the law of attraction tells you to good vibes, bad vibes, whatever. It makes you fear or admire one or the other. I realized that it's not about the feelings themselves, it's the actions that those feelings spawn. So you can feel good about starting a project all you want, but until you take the action, none of that, the good feelings that you're feeling are going to actually manifest into a reality. Same with the bad vibes. Do not be scared of your low days. They are calibration. Sit with it and understand it. What's it rooted from? What's coming from it? And it's in those bad feelings that we want to send that angry text because that feels empowering. Or we want to send an apology text over and over again trying to fix something when really, if you want someone in your orbit that's not trying to be in your orbit, separate. Honor that. 100% honor that. If they're meant to be in it, they will miss it and they will orbit back. But we're stars. Some planets last, some burn up. I mean, it's very rare you're going to get two stars orbiting each other. I don't know if that's possible. I'll look it up eventually, but it's the Six of Wands being pulled is good because I've sat with it, I've slept, I've meditated, done the whole thing. I didn't act on any of the impulsive thoughts I was getting to fix it. And I feel clear. I feel like it cleared out a little bit, you know? I definitely got vulnerable. And like, I need to realize the Lovers and the Temperance card pulling out. Isn't that funny? I love the Temperance card from this deck. All the cards are beautiful. But Temperance, man, that is what is required. Confidence. We're royalty. Royal stars. We are royalty. And not in a do everything for me way I rule, but we lead from the front. And when your whole body is telling you to run away, we stand firm. So yeah, my royal stars, the Six of Wands, congratulations. We're on our way. Elevating, and you should be elevating. I've elevated so far from where I started this. Holy crap. It's ups and downs, and that's just life. But holy crap, what growth. And I want to bring you with me, okay? Because love is important. And if you feel alone, if you feel like an outcast, join the club, man. Join the club. You hear it all the time. Well, they're not meant to. They don't have the capacity to hold what you can hold, and that's exhausting because we want a community, but we're bright and it's hard to attract. We're a rare breed. That's why we're alone a lot. Okay, so here's where we start. My comment section, email me. Let's meet each other. I don't give a shit about fame and fortune and all that. I give a crap about community, lifting each other up, building each other up, not judging. None of that, you know? Stuff won't even be acknowledged. Judgment. Yeah. Like I just said, we're not judging others. We judge ourselves pretty harshly, and that's the whole thing. When you got to forgive yourself for anything. You know, it's one of the issues I had with religion is it was come one, come all, you're deeply loved, but then they consistently point out flaws and how, be grateful for every little thing. Oh, you only have a can of green beans, be blessed. That's what God blessed you with. And God's saying, no, abundance, but you have to feel it. You have to tune into it or you won't see it. This isn't the era of burning bushes anymore. Like it's deeper than that. I believe that's the bridge that Christ built, you know? to feel worthy and show other people that they're worthy is the main goal. And that's what we're trying to get Earth back alchemized to. Not sitting on your butt thinking that you're about to be brought up. Which it's crazy to me that the rapture is such a popular doctrine and they really believe it. They really believe it. No, like Earth, we're here, and the new heaven, the new Earth, it's all going to be one. And instead of waiting for some magical spell, like a purple cloud coming over everything to fix it, we're the vessels. Just like humans are the vessels of evil, we're also the vessels of good. Don't hide behind your pulpit. Be the change you want to see. Judgment. Capiche? Grace, mercy, not works. Okay? The King of Cups, you know? Once you finish, when you forgive yourself, and forgiveness is for you, it's not even for the other people. Like if you have someone that you need to forgive and you just can't, that's what you need to sit with. Those are the shadows. The dark energies that you're feeling that you don't know how to get rid of, those are your shadows that you need to work with. Okay? And the King of Cups is that emotional master, you know? His throne is set upon the water. And that's just metaphorical for endless emotional, just mastery, man. Like the King of Cups. I'm going to read it from the book because it's important. The King of Cups rules the emotional waters with wisdom and calm. He's a symbol of mature emotional leadership. I like that line, calm, because that is true. Whatever room you're in, whatever meeting you're in, the calmest person always wins. Most people get intimidated, scared, and they'll back down from people that are getting excited. Stand firm in your calm. Let them freak out. Let them feel dumb later, because most people will. If they can't, rid yourself of that energy. If you have a boss like that or anybody in your life that raises their voice or uses some kind of intimidating stance over you, that's toxic, okay? It's not for you anymore, okay? The energy of this card is balanced and fair, making it a positive omen in situations where opposition or imbalances are present. So the situation I went through, I was present and I led that with as much truth as I could. Okay, you said I did this. I apologize. Let's fix it. But that wasn't the intention. The intention was to hurt me. And no matter which way I took it, it was always circle back to, you're wrong for this. And I owned it. I'm staying calm. Do I feel it unfair and unjust? Absolutely. I feel completely gaslit and blamed. But there's a lot of sides that just won't be said. The King of Cups encourages you to lead with empathy, to stay balanced in emotional situations, and to offer wise counsel to those in need, unless they don't want it, which they usually tell you they didn't want it after the fact. He's a reminder that true strength lies in emotional intelligence and understanding. Okay? That's where we're heading. That's the arc. The judgment. You need to be the judge. Don't wait for some outside source to absolve you. It all happens in here. You can feel it, you know? And when that is cleared out and you stop carrying that guilt, that shame, whatever else has been wired into your brain, the King of Cups will show up. 5:26 p.m. And someone like me, I was in Christianity for over 30 years feeling pretty empty. Like I believed it because I was conditioned to from a young age. But and then, it's this whole angle of blind faith. So if you question anything, that automatically cancels out blind faith, which was hard for me to even ask the questions. I felt like I was already failing and headed for hell. But as I started seeking truth for real, it became more apparent. The questions are good. Get to know spirit and the synchronicity signs out in the world. We used to do this thing in church called God Watch, and you'd go out and, rollerblade along the beach in Monterey or something and look for things that you could tie into how God works in people's lives. And I think that's an awesome exercise anyways. But not escaping because I wasn't trapped, but releasing the guilt, shame, fear, everything that Christianity had latched onto me brought me close to God for real. More faith than I've ever had. Divine timing is something that's important. I like to be a leader, so I want to control the outcome of things. So I'm being humbled in that scenario because I do still need spirit to guide, and I need to raise and work on my intuition, and that should be a goal that everybody's working on, Elevate. Everybody should want to elevate. But the King of Cups coming out right after Judgment means you're right there. You just got to sit with that bad energy. Sit with the bad energy. Name it, root it, keep it to yourself. Don't tell people about your inner work because they're not going to understand. Let the inner work show proof, and people will ask questions. They'll follow you. And if nothing else, they won't be able to at least deny what they're seeing in you. Because I've got a little bit mix of all of those. What else, Spirit? The Chariot. Fast-moving energy. We want to direct. We want to guide. We want to steer it. We want to... there's a confidence behind... they used to, I would say, in the Colosseums of Rome, and I'm sure that chariots were a very common form of... It's like racing now, NASCAR, But you would look, I'm sure, there's no proof of any of this, but I guarantee you the guys racing these chariots in the Colosseums of Rome or whatnot were probably confident. And they knew the danger, but they did it anyways. We're very confident. So, King of Cups and Chariot, that confidence, that steadiness, that sureness. Look at this beautiful card. That guy looks like a king himself. He's got a crown on his head. It looks like he's holding a wand or something. I don't know. Even the horses look majestic. And the atmosphere around looks like a giant wheel of fortune behind him. He's sure. And spirit is going to have your back when you operate from your highest good. And you're going to have an idea of where that chariot's going to go. Guide the horses with your intuition, which comes from spirit, from source. So, to sum up where we are so far, sit with the dark energies that you feel. Release them. I know sometimes that's easier said than done, but it's a process that will elevate you, and you will be thankful you did it, even if you don't want to face whatever it is you're facing. Just do it. I'm telling you right now, this is a green light from Spirit, because the King of Cups coming out right after, followed by the Chariot. Confidence, calm. You're no longer guiding your day based on your mood. You're commanding the mood. You're commanding the atmosphere of who you are and who's around you and how they're acting. Because if you're a leader or in a position of leadership like I am, my mood is definitely matched. If I'm having a bad day, it seems like the whole staff is having a bad day. If I'm every day I'm happy, they kind of just match that. Some people not so much, but they tend to leave. You know, they're not going to stay in a good energy. And the ones that try to bring down a good energy, I'm going to protect that. I'm going to protect the good energy. Trust me. Now, you don't get to come around here with that negativity, and it will bow to you. It will bow to the higher good. Not the person, but the energy that they're letting drive right then will bow to you and bow out. But you act from Temperance, from the King of Cups, from the Chariot, from the royalty side, the calm side, the collected side. Fewer words, presence. Stand up. Because it doesn't matter how big the person is. David and Goliath. David knew this. He knew this. He said, what? I have good on my side. I have the highest good on my side. Anybody can be a king if they want. What else, Spirit? There it is, the Fool. The Fool. That leap of faith. That leap of faith. New beginnings. You're going to shed the old fear-led version of you, the old indoctrinated version of you, the one that allows other humans to have strong influence over you. Not anymore, because you're shedding that. That's one thing. I was in the military. I was a truck driver. I've worked in a lot of different jobs. I've had a lot of different bosses and types of bosses. Very few leaders, mostly bosses. There is a difference. Bosses will boss you around and demand this and make you feel like shit. Leaders rise with you, shrink with you, carry the torch for you, do the hard stuff. You just need to know you're not stuck. You know, you are not stuck. The world is your oyster. Don't listen to the news. Don't listen to the Facebook scrolling. Oh, this is going to happen. That's going to happen. Whatever you believe. And a lot of people are believing Fox News and CNN and Facebook, and they go with it, and that's just part of their reality. People are like, there's a bad economy. I don't know that. I live rent-free on a mountain with a beautiful view and a fantastic group of people around me. And we spread love, and we meet people from all over the world. It's great. But I can feel the hurt in the world. And the more of you I can wake up, the more of you that will start alchemizing your own personal life into something that I'm experiencing, then the more people will see you doing that, and we'll rise together. And that's the process. But you got to have that Fool energy too. You got to know that what I'm saying is backed up by Spirit, and you are protected for the highest good. You're not a Viking trying to take over. If you want to hurt people or take over or kick out immigrants or whatever it is, this isn't for you. I'm not for you. Do your thing. I'll meet you in battle one day, but not today. Right now, it's all about love, right? We're going to do it. Come with me. Oh, wait. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. And don't forget what I said earlier. Let me throw this reminder out because it's important. Don't be afraid of your low days, because that's what that movie, The Secret, and a lot of other material I've read over the last 15 years spouts out. It's, you gotta vibe high. That takes time. And so everyone gets scared of their low feelings. And then, it's taken me a solid year of understanding this before things started actually materializing for me the way I was envisioning in the feeling space. Very different from what my mind's eye showed me. But now I can see with a new perspective. Oh, I got everything I wanted. And more's coming. But it's because I stopped fearing the bad feelings. You're allowed to feel them. You don't act from them. I'm having a terrible day and everyone's going to know it. Mask up. Hide it. Find a way to alchemize it without hurting someone else. And then be more and more grateful. When you're having a great day, sit with that feeling. Just sit there and bask in it. It'll grow and glow inside your chest, and you just feel grateful. And just watch how things accelerate from there. I promise you. What else, Spirit? There you are, my stars. No, that's the world. Sorry. Exactly. The end of the majors. I just pulled the Fool before. That leap of faith. And what comes after that? The whole world. Because it's your oyster. It is your oyster, my stars, the world. We are incarnate pieces of God. I'm not saying we're God. We are our own souls. Spirit form living in these bodies. We are spirits having a human experience. And everyone takes this human experience as such. But I'm telling you, it's magic when you drop the facade. You have to understand that I'm not going to sit here and think positive about a Ferrari popping up in my living room because there are still laws of physics that God created. You know, you can't just have poof, poof, poof all over the place. It wouldn't make any sense. It's about the inner work and attuning and alignment. If you want a Ferrari, you can absolutely have one. If you're dead broke right now, you start picturing it and then acting on the thoughts. Okay? I wanted to do this podcast. I had the vision in my head. I wanted, the boom arm and the headphones and the camera. I wanted all this. And started with my phone, and it's bad. A lot of it's really bad. And it's just going to keep growing. But rather than listening to the talker's remorse I would get after releasing an episode or worried if someone's going to be offended by something I say, none of that matters. What matters is how I feel, and what I want to attract, and what I want to accomplish. And all the noise that's going to rise up around it, the haters, the praise, the good, the opportunities, all of it is part of it. It's what I take from that will feed it, You've got those content creators that all they want to do is react to the hate. I don't even want to acknowledge it. I know people are going to hate. I was in the music scene for a while. I know exactly what it's like to be told you're garbage. And to that now I just say, well, at least I'm doing something. At least I'm following a passion rather than judging everybody else's. Okay? One more. What else, Spirit? Last one. Six of Cups. Love this card. It's a reminder to be thankful, for one. Our memory has a way of softening the edges. And you might have had a terrible year deployed or something, but 20 years later, some of those memories and triggers are still there, but it's also a lot of nostalgia, the good memories, the stuff you learned, the laughs you shared, tears you shared. It's a reminder that you had people in your life, you had love in your life, and you always will. But you have to believe it. Nothing I'm saying here is going to fall in your lap. You need to adopt this and work it out. The Secret came out all those years ago and really motivated a lot of people, woke a lot of people up. But it was such a baseline level, such a materialistic level of things. You can have your happiness And then people start working towards these materialistic goals. But then I think most of them realize, oh, I'm still empty. You know, all this stuff came for me when I felt fulfilled. I didn't have this apartment yet. I didn't have this gear yet. I didn't have half of it. But I was like, wow, I do have my little cabin in the woods up top. I had to share a house with 4 other people, and I just stayed in that emperor energy, that, you know, that nostalgic energy, the feelings that made my chest glow. And if I couldn't get there, if I was having a bad day, rather than blaming everybody and feeling like a failure, I learned how to sit with it, to sit with the bad feelings. Okay? I'm going to end it there. You're very loved. You can do anything you want. Reach out to me anytime. I'll give you the best advice I can come up with. But I believe in you, even when you don't believe in yourself. You can rise. You can. You will. Carry on, stars. It's December 7th. It's Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. Take a moment of silence for them. And thank you to everyone who's ever sacrificed for the greater good. I love you. I'll see you soon.